Hello everyone, my name is Isabel and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Your Friendly Budgetarian. If you're new here in my channel, I am currently on my financial journey of trying to pay off 6 figures worth of student loans. So if you want to follow along, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, as well as follow my new Instagram account. It's at Your Friendly Budgetarian, so that you guys will be notified as I document my path towards financial freedom. Happy Friday, everyone! And so open enrollment has already begun, and as I navigate towards my options for different insurance, I try to look further and see which one will benefit me the most for this incoming year of 2022. Today's video, I will try to show you guys how I choose my health insurance and what does it actually entail when choosing your insurance, or at least what your employer provides for you. So as a federal worker, we do have lots of options at work, but of course it always comes down to what fits your needs. So first things first, you really want to assess yourself. So me, as a 27-year-old, somewhat healthy individual, I always opt for the cheapest insurance, at least. So what we have at work, we basically, our health insurance gets deducted from our bi-weekly income or paycheck. And so when I was comparing different insurances, I just opted for the cheapest. And I mean, it works for me. Technically, since my fiance and I are still not married, we have insurances for both of ourselves, and we don't have anyone dependent on us. So that's why opting for the cheapest insurance honestly isn't that bad. What I had with my current insurance is that basically they have free annual physical exams, and then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they have 10 preventative appointments that it's either free or has a $10 copayment. So yeah, that worked out well for me because I did, thankfully, even with COVID, I did not get sick. I didn't have to go to urgent care or emergency. Pretty much all I did was annual exam, and maybe there was one time that I went to an OB gynecologist because I just wanted to make sure, that I am healthy and I am able to produce an offspring if ever, like my fiance and I do plan on, getting pregnant. So at least specifically in the federal worker area is that we do have a website, and it's opm.gov. And from there, it shows you, it's basically like an HR department of federal workers. So it shows you different options about your benefits, about insurance information, about open enrollment season. And all you have to do is to make sure that you navigate it well for you to be able to find the comparison tool with different insurances. So now, since it's the open season, they definitely have more information about insurance. So you just click on it, and then it says that if you want to compare, they have in here, you scroll down and they have the comparison tool. So you just click on that. And then I just type in my zip code, and then basically what kind of enrollee type you are. Click this, and then your pay frequency, and then you can also put in your current plan, and then you hit search, and then from there they said that you may only select 3 plans to compare at once. So on top is your current insurance, and then at the bottom is where you can go ahead and compare different types of insurance. So as for me, what I was thinking is that I want to establish an insurance with an HSA option. So that means that you just look at the ones with a high deductible insurance plan. So then it will actually show you in here on this column the annual deductible. And then, yeah, so let's see. Basically, I'm just checking random insurance. This one has HSA. And then I think this one as well. And then after that, you just go to the bottom and then you hit compare plans. And then from there, you can see the different information, and then how much is your bi-weekly, and then annual deductible and all that stuff. So obviously the ones with the cheapest bi-weekly is for single filers only. And then if you want further information, there's definitely lots of links. These are honestly helpful because, for example, if you are taking medications and you want to know how much the price is, so you just basically click on the prescription pricing tool. And for example, that, let's see in here. So they have your retail prescription drugs and $10 for tier 1. Typically, those are like just generic maintenance medications and all that. And yeah, lots of options here. And then also, you can go to click on the summary of benefits as well. And you'll see how they show all the different types of benefits, if you have a copayment for an appointment, and all that. So it really only boils down to what your specific needs are. If you have any current ailments or conditions, if you have a prescription that either you're only taking the brand name or like any specialty type of medications as well, and how many times do you think you would go to a doctor visit and all of that stuff. So definitely think about it, assess yourself, assess your health condition, that's for sure, and see what will benefit you the most. And I will definitely explain later about the HSA and as well as the FSA for you guys who have not heard about it. HSA means health savings account and FSA means flexible spendings account. Besides health insurance, you also have to think about the other main two insurance, which is the vision and the dental insurance. So specifically for the vision insurance, I would say if you haven't had to wear contacts or glasses by the time you reach 25 years old, basically if you have a 20/20 vision when you're still at 25 or you reach 25 years old, congratulations. You probably won't need one. I'm just kidding. But since I went to pharmacy school, especially like it really started to boil down during my second year. So I've been needing to have a vision insurance since I was 22 years old, unfortunately. But that's life. That's the genes that I have. So I just got to deal with it. So definitely there's things to consider with regards to the vision insurance. So obviously, if you want to buy a frame like once a year, buy glasses once a year, reading glasses or whatever. Typically they have vision insurance on average has like a free spectacle or something like that, like every 12 months. But again, it really differs from insurance. So you just have to make sure that you read all of the benefits. And then also a couple of questions to ask. How much is your frame allowance, if any? How much do they cover for the lens? So frames and lens are different. How much for the contact lens? How much your copay would be, if you want to get a LASIK surgery. So those are definitely the questions I have had when I had to look up what vision insurance will fit the best for me. But again, honestly, last year I wasn't really thinking that much. All I know is that I just want to choose the cheapest one, which again still worked for me because they still have those basic benefits, which is the either I think free frame for every 12 months or something like that. But yeah. So coming up again from the webpage of opm.gov, you just go to insurance, and then you can go to dental and vision or Fed VIP plan comparison tool. So I would just go to dental and vision first. And then from there, you can click on the Fed VIP plan comparison tool. And then again, you just put in your zip code. And then if you want to go to vision, and then how much your pay frequency is. So again, bi-weekly. And then again, it has all of the other, it has all of the information, how much your vision exam would be, and then your lenses and frames, and then the copay. And then some of them have additional features. I think for the most part, this is where they all kind of differ. And then you just check which ones you think you might be interested in. And again, the cheapest price is always usually on the top, and that is for self only. And then you can compare, I would say, for up to 3. And then you just go to the bottom and then hit compare plans. And then that's how you check and see and compare everything. And if you do want to go to their actual website to read more information about their benefits, so you just click on it. And then now you are led here. And then you can even actually just enroll yourself. If you are for sure that you want to get that insurance, then you can go ahead and just enroll right away. For the next one, you think you're done with vision, but wait, there's more. Now you have to go to your dental insurance. So for me, I don't really have, I had to depend on braces when I was a kid. My teeth wasn't like this. I wish it was, but kid you not, had to wear braces. I would say maybe a good 3 to 4 years of like my teenage to my maybe early 20s or something like that. But yes, you also have to think about dental insurance too. Even when you're an adult, trust me, you're also still gonna have some root canals and all of that. And then pretty soon you're gonna have like crown implants, and yeah, it hurts the budget unless you plan for it. So a couple of things with regards to dental. The basic or the average benefits that it comes with typically has 2 cleaning services each year. So for me, I usually do it like around January and then like around June or July. But keep in mind though, this is the only thing that I probably hate with dental. I actually don't mind going to the dentist, but I just hate when they kind of force you to get the fluoride after. And for the most part, I got like a free $50 like Visa gift card because I got my COVID shot. And then I use that to just pay for the fluoride that they apply every after cleaning session. But oh my goodness, it just kind of annoys me because it's like you went there to like have a free, like you not having to pay for anything, and then the fluoride is charged like with a $30 fee or something like that. So I hate it, but I know for sure next time when I get my cleaning done, I'm gonna tell the cleaning lady to not put fluoride, because sometimes they just they just applied even without asking me. So that's just kind of rude. But anyways, so yeah, just be aware of that. They don't usually cover the fluoride. In fact, it's probably even cheaper. You can actually ask them. So just a tip, you can actually ask them to prescribe you for a fluoride toothpaste. It's usually like Prevident. And then it's even cheaper than the freaking $30 copay for that one-time fluoride application. So yeah, that's just one tip. But yes, there's a lot of things to consider as well with regards to the dental. Again, as I mentioned, check it out. I mean, definitely if you think you're going to have dental surgeries, make sure that, I know it will probably hurt, like you will probably have to increase from like a $10 copay to maybe paying for a more premium price of like maybe $20 or $30 per paycheck. But if it's a good dental insurance and they do cover for your surgeries, I think that's definitely a good trade-off. Alright, so now going back to the healthcare insurance plan, now that you have compared which dental or vision insurance you would want to apply for, now going back to the healthcare insurance plan, now there's a couple of things. At least for me, I am planning to get a high deductible health plan insurance so that I can be qualified to contribute to an HSA. So, what is an HSA? An HSA is a health savings account, and basically the IRS sets a limit, a contribution limit each year, and then whatever, whether or not you have fulfilled that contribution limit or didn't, you can use that money to an eligible like medical expense. Now, for some people that are somewhat healthy like me, we use that HSA as a triple tax advantage. And there's so many videos out there about what HSA means or what a triple tax advantage means. But long story short, it will just help you with regards to your taxes. So with that, at least for this year, for you to be eligible for HSA, again, you have to be enrolled to a high deductible health plan. So what does high deductible health plan is? So it's just basically, it's an amount that is set by the IRS. So high deductible means that you have a deductible for this year. You have to have a deductible of $1,400 for self coverage or $2,800 for a family coverage. So if you have that deductible, you are eligible to contribute to an HSA. But again, IRS sets a limit to contribute. It's kind of like Roth, with the Roth IRA, they have a $6,000 limit contribution. Same thing with HSA. They do have a contribution for that as well. So for this year, it was $3,600 for self only and $7,200 for family. Now, next year, 2022, they just increase it a little bit. So self only, it's $3,650, so $3,650. So there was only a $50 increase. And then for the family, it's $7,300, so a $100 increase from last year. So again, the reason is that I want to get that triple tax advantage from HSA. I don't think I would be needing to spend the money because hopefully, I don't need to, I won't need to have like an emergency or something like that. That's the reason why I have technically I don't have sinking funds, but I do have savings if in case an emergency happens. So that is what the HSA means. Now there's also another thing with regards to federal worker like me, and we call that FSA. So what is an FSA? FSA is flexible spendings account. So as you can see, HSA is health savings. FSA is flexible spendings. You have to kind of spend it, because with regards to FSA, it's a use it or lose it situation. It does have the tax advantage as well, but yes, the only thing is that you either use it or lose it. Now, you probably won't have to lose it if for the next year you re-enroll again. But I believe there's only a max carryover, which is $500. So, like, let's say for this year of 2021, you put in $1,500, right? And you only use $500 of it. Now, there's still $1,000 remaining, and if you don't use that full $1,000 for your FSA, the only amount that you can carry over is $500, meaning that $500 left is just wasted. So that's why I am opting for HSA, because that one doesn't have any limit with regards to the carryover. In fact, with HSA, so let's say you enroll for 2022, right? And then you also have a high deductible health plan. So for that 2022 year, you are eligible to contribute to your HSA. Let's say for 2023, the following year, you did not enroll for a high deductible health plan. You still get to keep your HSA account. The only thing is that you're not eligible to deposit money in it. You can withdraw if you do need to spend it for a medical expense, but you cannot contribute anymore. And also, one good thing about HSA is that you can actually invest it. So I know, like Fidelity, they offer HSA account, and you can invest your money in it, whether it be in an index fund or something like that. So the money grows tax-free, and yeah. Also, one more thing about HSA. There's so many benefits, and again, there's lots of information in the internet. But the ones that I know on top of my head is that with HSA, let's say you are super healthy, you don't have to spend it for any medical expense. By the time that you retire at 65 years old, any amount in your HSA, you can even use it for non-medical expenses. Now, the only thing is that it will count as like an income tax, basically. So, yeah, I mean, whether or not, I think it's really a win-win situation with HSA, unless you don't really care about healthcare or your health, or you think that you will live 100 years, then feel free to not enroll in one account. So if you were to ask me whether you should use HSA or FSA, honestly, I think you would just use FSA if your employer does not provide HSA insurances. Really, I feel like that's the only benefit to it, if any. But there's actually different types of FSA as well, and I will list them down in here. So first thing is there's healthcare FSA, or the HCFSA, which is used to pay for eligible medical, dental, and vision care expenses. The second type is Lex HCFSA, which means limited expense healthcare FSA, which is used to pay for qualified out-of-pocket dental and vision care expenses. And then the third one is DCFSA, or Dependent Care FSA. So this is used to pay for qualified out-of-pocket dependent care expenses. If you guys have any further questions, I will definitely link down below the website where I actually read about where I got all the information. Mostly this is going to be from the opm.gov website, just because that's the one I use, and since I'm a federal worker, so that's typically our go-to when we have any questions about open enrollment season. There are also 2 other types of insurance that I would not be discussing here, but I would like for you guys to be aware that it is available, and that would be your disability insurance and life insurance. So again, it really differs from employer to employer, but they definitely provide those. I would say again, if you have a current condition or ailment, or someone who's your dependent has a chronic condition, you should definitely check out disability insurance as well as life insurance, so that they get, obviously knock on wood, nothing bad happens, but if ever, at least they would have that comfort, that they're going to be taken care of just in case if something happens, right? And you wouldn't want your loved ones to deal with, they don't want to be left alone, let alone, not being able to survive because of like financial burdens and all that stuff. So that's definitely something to think about. And with that, with regards to all of those insurance thing, you want to make sure that you update your beneficiary. So that's probably the last step with regards to open enrollment season. If I am not mistaken, I think you can update your beneficiary it doesn't have to be during enrollment season. You can do it anytime, but just make sure to always update your beneficiary. I mean, I don't want to be like a mean person or anything, but like, for example, let's just say you got divorced and it was a bad divorce, and your beneficiary was, your previous partner or whatever, and like, let's just say you died or something. I mean, obviously I don't want to think about anything morbid, but you guys have a kid, and then your beneficiary is your spouse, and like, let's say your spouse is that shitty, they don't even care about your kid. Just imagine your kid, who was depending so much on you, like, didn't even get the benefits and all that because you didn't update your beneficiary. So that's really all it is. Just making sure that your loved ones are taken care of. So just make sure that you update your beneficiary. So in conclusion, you should not put your insurance enrollment in autopilot. Definitely consider if you have any life-changing events, such as marriage, pregnancy, or maybe, I mean, hopefully not, but if there's like a possible illness or something like that, definitely take those things into consideration when you choose for which insurance will benefit you the most. And eventually you would thank yourself that you took time to consider these options. And hopefully this will also benefit you, like financially, like you're able to prepare yourself, like, again, with all that deductible, make sure to consider that into your sinking funds so that you are able to prepare yourself just in case if something bad happens. If like the bad things happen all at once, at least you are definitely prepared for it. So I hope you guys learned some stuff with regards to open enrollment season, specifically at least for federal workers like me. If you guys have any questions at all, definitely please feel free to comment them down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!